Hey everybody, Brock Frady here, helping you enjoy your ride. You know, luxury SUVs just keep getting more and more expensive, but what if you could get luxury level comfort without paying a luxury price? This is the 2025 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy, Hyundai's flagship SUV. Let's count down the top 7 things you need to know about this surprisingly upscale family hauler. But before we start, I want to say a huge thank you to Impex Auto Sales in Greensboro, North Carolina, for the opportunity to film this 2025 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy. Number 7, it has a bold and premium exterior, and I'm telling you, you know as soon as you see this thing that it is just premium. Let's start with those beautiful 20-inch turbine-looking wheels. Those are very Range Rover-esque, and they have just such a distinct, luxurious look about them. The calligraphy trim also gets a beautiful jewel pattern front finished satin grille with slim LED vertical headlights. And this grille is huge, and everything is LED. And I like how the vertical daytime running lights go from just the top of that wheel arch right there all the way down to the very bottom. And that satin trim, it looks super nice. It's very, very classy. And I gotta admit, there's a lot going on with this grille, but it does give it a premium, luxurious look. Number 6, the interior. Inside, you'll find quilted Nappa leather, heated and air-conditioned first and second rows, massive screens that reveal glorious technology that's easy to use, and storage is clever too, with a shelf under the center console, and it's a pass-through right there so you can put really big items. And I mentioned that second row being heated and air-conditioned. Check this out. You have this console here, and it has all kinds of controls on it. And you can see right there, heated and ventilated second row, but also, here's a bonus, you have a heated third row seat. This is literally the first SUV I've ever seen with a heated third row seat. And check out those big, beautiful dual moonroofs. I like the fact that it's not necessarily a huge panoramic roof, because this center portion helps promote structural integrity, and at the same time it gives you this beautiful open airy feel for your second and third row passengers. In addition to all that beautiful luxury, did you know that there is a driver talk intercom system that allows the driver to communicate easily with the third row passengers without having to raise their voice? There's also a quiet mode for sleeping kids, and a 64 color ambient lighting system. Number 5, technology that punches way above its class. Take a look at these Harman Kardon stereo speaker covers. The stereo system in this thing is really immersive, and it's just fabulous. Striated panels here that look piano black, but almost give it a tuxedo type of look. Soft touch materials there on the inside of the door panel. You get a tremendous infotainment system with an all digital cluster here that shows you really nice information just at the tip of your fingers. And also, this is the home screen, so this is kind of the default screen that while you're driving, and there's a navigation map right there. It doesn't show like points of interest or anything, but it shows you exactly where you are and the street that you're driving on. And it's just kind of this relaxed, in the background type of navigation. Really, really nice. First time I've actually ever seen that on a vehicle. Adding to that technology, did you know that the Palisade can actually park itself forward and backward using just the key fob? You see the little P on that key fob right there, and then it has a forward arrow and a backward arrow. If you're in a parking garage and you need to pull it out because someone has parked too close to you, or if you need to pull it forward, you can use that key fob to do that. Another cool bit of technology, the third row has ultrasonic rear seat occupant detection. It will actually tell on your third row occupants if they're not wearing their seatbelt. And Digital Key 2 works with your iPhone or your Android, and it allows you to start the vehicle, among other things. And number 4 on the list is the smooth driving. This thing is a smooth operator. It also really feels very confident. And I want to show you part of that driving is going to be your turning radius. So there it is, it's locked. And that is quite an amazing turning radius. I'm going to mash it here. And power delivery, that smoothness, comes by way of a 3.8 liter V6 with 291 horsepower and 262 pound-foot of torque. That is a perfect combination of power and pull. And the 8-speed automatic transmission with H-track all-wheel drive delivers exceptionally smooth power. The shifting of that 8-speed automatic transmission is really nice. There's no bump or pop in between gear shifts. It's just like a smooth handoff with the transmission from one gear to the next. The Hyundai Palisade is really tuned for quiet and comfort and not necessarily sport mode. Although it does have sport mode, you can see right here there is a dial and it allows you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different modes. Smart mode, sport, comfort, eco, and snow. I've been driving the vehicle the entire time in eco mode and it's totally fine. Although you can switch to sport mode and it's going to increase the sensitivity of the gas pedal and it's also going to stiffen the steering just a little bit. Number 3 on the list is family-friendly practicality, and this thing has it in spades. But here are just a couple that are worth mentioning. You'll see 19 miles per gallon in the city, 26 miles per gallon on the highway, and 22 combined. Towing? Yes. Up to 5,000 pounds, and it even has trailer sway control. Hyundai made the rear doors extra wide opening for car seats. See that? See how wide those come open? So it makes it easier for you to access the second row and the third row for car seats. Speaking of the third row, you have ceiling mounted vents right there and on the right side, and that's perfect because your kids have air accessible to them, blowing down on them if they're in car seats, because if the air vents were down here, no dice. Also, you have USB-C ports in all 3 rows. Everybody can stay plugged in and charged. And another really cool feature that this thing has is that if you have the key fob on your person, you can simply approach the back. It beeps a few times, and then the back door opens. All I did was just stand there, and I can hear a really faint beep. And when it beeps like 4 or 5 times, this back door opens up. Also, I'm gonna throw in a bonus one. I'm over 6 feet tall, and I can fit under this thing. I'm just walking directly under it. So it opens up nice and tall in order for you to have access into the back without bumping your head. And finally, the last one in family-friendly practicality is the folding of the second and third row seats by a bank of buttons on the left side, back here in the very back. You can see second row and third row operation. Great feature to make it much easier to fold and to operate your second and third row seats from right there. At number 2, value. The base Palisade starts around $41,000, but this fully loaded Calligraphy comes in at about $54,000. That really undercuts luxury SUVs like the Acura MDX, the Lexus RX, and even the BMW X5 by 10 to 20 grand, while offering nearly the same comfort and technology. Plus, Hyundai throws in 3 years of free maintenance. And finally, number 1, the Palisade Calligraphy is basically a secret luxury SUV. Buyers are cross-shopping it with Hyundai's own Genesis GV80 with quilted leather, giant technology-friendly screens, premium lighting. It's clear that Hyundai has kind of blurred the line. So there you have it, the 7 things you need to know about the 2025 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy. Would you take this over a Lexus RX or an Acura MDX? Let me know in the comments section, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth car reviews. But remember, the most important thing of all, everybody, have a wonderful day.